Alright, I'm gonna bike into work. I'm gonna take a city bike, go to Manhattan. It's about, the first trip is about like 7 miles, I think, or maybe it's not that far. But yeah, let's go ahead and set this up. I'm gonna put my backpack on here. They have these little strap things. Next up is to scan the barcode. See if this bike works. Nope, this does not work. Alright, so there's another bike here. Let's try this one. Okay, so I'm going to talk about what happened after that. So I did go to the second station. I tried it. I got a bike, but it didn't have the rack. I have a large backpack on me, and I needed like the strap to secure it, and it didn't have the strap that secured it. So what I ended up doing was going to like about two other um, city bike stations, and until I found a bike that was in good shape and also had the rack that wasn't broken or anything. So today was kind of a shitty bike, but it's generally not that bad. But yeah, today was a bad day trying to find a bike. Okay, so this is the Queensboro Bridge, which goes from Queens into Manhattan. So about this time, it's about noon. It's not that busy, so this is a good time to travel. But of course, during rush hour, this is just madness. And I'll put another video coming back, where I came back around midnight, came back around rush hour, and you just kind of get an idea. The reason why this is such a difficult thing is you see this is four lanes, pedestrians going two, pedestrians going back, the bike going two, back, and then it's just it gets very crowded, and people a little nuts too on here. There's some people are really aggressive. Just some people are not paying attention, like people in the wrong lanes and stuff like that. No, what I try to do is I try to ride in the middle, or I'll be in the pedestrian lane if there's no pedestrians coming. The reason is because it's so tight. Uh, my understanding was that they were going to fix this bridge. I remember when I was riding the bike like years ago that I was seeing them doing work on it. But obviously not. I think what they're doing, they're going to make the top part separate with the bike and the pedestrian. If that's my understanding, it's like a 2-year project, and it got it just started this year. So I don't know what the hell they were doing all the time. This is like during the pandemic, like 3 years ago. I would see workers doing something. I don't know what they were doing. But a lot of time when I'm on this, remember back then anyway, they would just be on their phones and shit, not even working. Today, though, there'll be a part here where they are working in a lot. So I don't know. Maybe they got a different crew or something, or I think it's a different contract. So, but it's pretty peaceful this time of day coming up. It'll go over this bridge goes over like Roosevelt Island, and I think I'm still at this point. I'm in Queens still. The audio is kind of loud, so that's why I'm doing like a voiceover on this. But yeah, you can kind of just get a feel for it anyway. You're like writing it. It's not. Right now. It seems like it's like real chill. This is easy and everything, but rush hour, it's a bitch, man. It's too congested. Um, and usually the work crews they'll stop a lane and they're doing something too, so you got to kind of dodge them, and then also the 4 lanes of traffic. So I hope they will fix this soon, and open up that. I know it's supposed to be a 2-year deal. It's such a I think it's a lot of like price gouging and stuff like that. Okay, so here's a crew right here. I think they are doing something. Yeah, I think they are painting. This is like one of the few times though I've ever seen them doing work. So maybe they got a good crew this time. It's kind of hard to paint everybody like in a bad light, but you know, and I mean there are like electric scooters that are on here too, and I kind of understand that. I have I have an electric scooter, and it's just too it'd be too dangerous to go on this bridge. When I'm talking about electric scooter, the ones that look like mopeds but are electric. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, you can kind of see. This is usually what I see the guys doing, like on break and stuff. Uh, but maybe they did have a break. I don't know. So to the right, that's Roosevelt Island, and then up ahead on the right is I believe that is Manhattan. So a lot of people do commute. This is like during kind of the end of the summer when I shot this video, so it may be not as busy. I'm sure it's not during the winter time because it's like riding a bike in the New York winter is so fucking cold, man. Uh, but let's see. So up here ahead, maybe that might be Roosevelt Island actually up ahead because the field. I remember they have a lot of fields and stuff in Roosevelt Island, but like a lot of delivery people and stuff like that. Those guys are chilling, not doing nothing. Maybe on break. The thing is, when with the thing with construction crews is I have like a family member. He worked on construction crew. Like this was like a highway construction crew in Oklahoma. He started putting up signs, and like his boss was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he's like, "Well, I'm working. I'm putting up signs." And he's like, "Oh man, this job's supposed to last for years. Like, take your time." Like, so there is definitely some like price gouging and shit like that going on. I don't know if it's going on with this project. I'm sure. I think it happens a lot. My guess is it happens a lot in the New York projects. But I see these ladders on the left. I wonder if they're working on. They've got to be working on it up there, doing something. But it's yeah, and you can see on the right that's a tram lane where it has like a sky tram that goes into Roosevelt Island into Manhattan. Yeah, that's I think yeah, in the video coming back, you can kind of get a better idea. The tram, it's pretty cool to ride. It's a free like thing to do, and it's kind of like an experience thing to do. So, like if you're want to go to Roosevelt Island, I think that's a cooler way to go than taking the subway and walking it. I may do a video in Roosevelt Island just so people can get a feel for it. It's kind of it's a weird place in that it's just like this narrow strip. Uh, it's kind of small, but I don't know. It can be kind of cool. Like there's a certain time of the year where they have like the cherry blossoms, and that's a really good time to go visit and take pictures and stuff like that. I've done that before, and definitely recommend it. But the let's see, yeah. So this part right here, I was going uphill for pretty much most of that time. This is downhill now. So this is like towards the end of the bridge. When you're going the entrance and exit of the bridge, they have like it's all like downhill. So um, that's easier when you're at least when you're getting off the bridge anyway. Going up the hill, it can be kind of a bitch. This is kind of a steep ass hill to ride. I'm just trying to dodge those people and stuff like that. But if I was just staying in the bike lane and not in the middle, it'd be so tight with the bike. Can get it gets pretty good speed too. It gets like about it gets up to like 20 miles an hour on a bike. So that's pretty fast for a bike. In this part, this is kind of a newer. You can kind of cut up here. That used to not have that. You can cut up a left if you need to go uptown. That's like a shortcut for uptown. But I need to go downtown, so I'm going the regular way. So this is Manhattan right here. On a yeah, this part can be real busy too. Like a lot of people just not paying attention, stuff like that. On that bridge though, there are a lot of people that are like they drive nuts, man. Like they not hit pedestrians, they do hit pedestrians and stuff like that. It's just they're driving too damn fast, and like some people they have their shit. You can go up, too damn. It goes fast, man. It's like a fucking. Their stuff is almost like a motorcycle they're riding on a fucking bridge where people are walking. It's like. But the thing about Manhattan too is there's a shitload of obstacles, stuff like this, like the people moving and stuff, like the U-Haul, and then like just stops. And a lot of delivery people, this happens all the damn time. They just park in the fucking bike lane, so you gotta dodge their ass. Uh, but there's no parking though. There's not a lot of parking in New York. Anyway, it's not free. Uh, so this is getting onto First Avenue, which is the bike lane when you're going downtown when you first get in. I do drive like a maniac, and I do sometimes I do like I'm cussing at the drivers and stuff if they like almost hit me, and you got to be kind of like vocal with them because if not, they'll just like go. But if you like yell at them and shit, I think that's probably the way to be, or at least let them know you're there because they misjudge how fast bikes are sometimes, and they'll just like try to cut you off and stuff. It's that's at least getting into Manhattan.